We are joined in the studio with Fiona Louch here on the Isle of Sheppey, the Sheppey Sea Cadets. Fiona, welcome along to the show.
Thanks very much, Dan. Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Firstly, could you tell us a little bit about your role in the Sea Cadets?
Yes, certainly. I've been involved in the Sea Cadets for about 20 years now, and I'm actually the Public Relations Officer and Administration Officer. I also teach cadets and adult staff how to teach. So I'm a trainer basically. I'm also a communications specialist as well.
Now, Fiona, I understand you deliver key youth policies. What is that about?
Yeah, the Sea Cadets, like a lot of other youth organisations, but very, very specifically for Sea Cadets, are delivering key youth policy through the areas of like diversion from crime, so keeping young people off the streets, getting them involved something really positively. Also social inclusion and Agenda 21, which at a very local level, local Agenda 21 is all about youth being involved in community development. And certainly Sea Cadets on Sheppey, you may have seen us out and about in various events, so very much geared towards that.
Fiona, what do you provide at the Sheppey Sea Cadets?
Well, we provide additional learning opportunities and qualifications for girls and boys aged 10 to 18 years of age. And to give you a flavour of some of the things that we offer at Sheppey, and we do offer quite a wide range of the whole syllabus that the Sea Cadets are offering. BTEC vocational qualifications in music and public services, Duke of Edinburgh Award for some of our older cadets, first aid, cooking, drill, shooting. We have our own firing range at the unit, so we're able to do our own small bore and air rifle shooting. Sailing, and I'm going to get this right because if I don't say it right I shall get told off. Paddle sport, which is the new name for canoeing now. Expedition training, so that's going out with your rucksack and walking and using a compass, etc. Pulling, which is not what it sounds, but it's actually rowing. Some of our older cadets are now doing sub-aqua diving and diving, navigation, and of course you can take part in a whole load of competitions against other Sea Cadet units as well.
Now, Fiona, you were telling me that the Sea Cadets is the largest, oldest maritime charity in the world.
Yeah, that's right, Dan. Our parent charity, the Marine Society and Sea Cadets, is the largest and oldest maritime charity in the world, as you said. And each of the 400 Sea Cadet units, which make up the Sea Cadet Corps, is actually an independent charity in its own right.
Are you sponsored?
We are actually sponsored by the Royal Navy in the fact that they help us with provision of some of our boats and our uniforms, but we're not actually a pre-service or recruiting organisation for the Royal Navy, although of course a lot of our young people do have an interest in joining the Royal Navy, and some of them will go on to join either the Royal Navy or Merchant Fleet or any of the other armed services. But really our aim is to foster good citizenship by making sure that we prepare young people to play an active role in their own community.
Fiona, you have some interesting facts for us.
Yeah, these are really interesting facts about the Sea Cadets. Just generally, we're really the junior image of the senior service, the Royal Navy, and we actually fly the flag for the Royal Navy and the Merchant Marines right where it matters most, in the youthful heart of the community. We try and preserve naval traditions, so we still get involved in things like hornpipe, cutlass drills, knots and splices, seamanship, and we go under sail on our square-rigged flagship, the Royalist. We still learn and teach semaphore and also the flags of Nelson's Navy. But added to that, obviously, it's all about adventure and excitement as well, which, of course, I think some of our listeners today all agree is the perfect antidote to the computer game syndrome.
What qualifications do you need to become a member of staff?
Well, obviously, all Sea Cadet units basically draw on their local community for volunteer staff and cadets, and all of our uniformed instructors are qualified to teach the subject that they teach or train cadets in. They're CRB cleared and approved to work with young people, and of course all of our staff are required to conform to a written formal code of conduct as well.
We are talking to Fiona Louch from the Sheppey Sea Cadets here at BRFM 95.6. And we are joined in the studio with Fiona Louch from the Sheppey Sea Cadets. Fiona, do you provide uniforms and equipment?
Yes, we do, Dan. All our uniform is provided free of charge, although we do ask for a deposit basically to cover cleaning costs and to ensure that uniform, should a cadet leave, comes back to us. And all the equipment that we use, again, is all provided free of charge. The boats are there, the sails, the rifles that we use on the shooting range, etc., all provided free of charge for you. And to actually attend the unit for 2 nights a week will cost you less than £3 a week.
What are Marine Cadet detachments?
I'm glad you asked me that, Dan, because in fact they're now allowed to be called Royal Marine Cadet detachments. Right. They got dispensation to have the Royal put in front of them. Sheppey don't actually have a Marine Cadet detachment, but many units do, and they're actually open to boys and girls over the age of 13, and they're based on the tradition of the Royal Marines, which is basically the Navy's soldiers. And just out of interest, 40% of Sea Cadets currently are female.
Fiona, are you looking for new staff and cadets?
Oh yes, we're always looking for new staff and cadets, Dan. We're actually based at Barton's Point Coastal Park, and we meet every Monday and Thursday night. We're actually looking at the moment for cadets aged 10 to 13, boys and girls. We do have a monthly intake every second Monday of the month, and the intake date for this month, October, is Monday the 11th of October, so that's next Monday. So if you are aged between 10 and 13 and you're interested in coming to the Sea Cadets at Sheppey, then if you would like to arrive about 6:45, and obviously someone will receive you and look after you for the evening, and you can obviously come and have a look and take part and see whether it's for you. We are also looking for adult volunteers, that's non-uniform staff, for our unit management committee. Because we're a registered charity, and we actually have what we call a civilian committee of people. We very much welcome people who've got business experience, because in this day and age, a unit is actually run like a small business. Yeah. So it's very important for us to make money, use our money wisely. And because we're in quite old buildings, it takes quite a lot of money to maintain those buildings. And coming on to that then, we'd also welcome applications from adults who want to join our Parents and Supporters Association. You don't have to have any other link with the unit, you just have to have an interest in Sea Cadets or in the Navy and perhaps want to support us. And Parents and Supporters Association members are mainly concerned with fundraising for the unit. So if you've got any experience of making grant applications or any novel fundraising ideas and you'd like to help us out, even if it's only for a short period of time, then please contact us, and the contact details will be coming up in a moment.
What are those useful contact details for our listeners?
Okay, so our phone number at the unit is 01795 580 134, but you can only contact us on unit nights. That's Monday and Thursday between 6:45 and 9:15 p.m. Or you can contact us by email, which is sheppeyseacadets@hotmail.co.uk. Or we do have a website address as well, rather strange address, I will give it to you. It's http://units.ms-sc.org/Sheppey. Or you can Google Sheppey Sea Cadets.
Fiona, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along this evening and telling us all about the Sheppey Sea Cadets.
Thank you very much, Dan. It's been a pleasure.
That's Fiona Louch telling us all about the Sheppey Sea Cadets here at the Monday Night Community Show.